7. Thank you so much for joining us. You are with Anele and the club. And for the next hour, you will get to hear us put the story straight.
That's it.
And the reason Khaya Dlanga is in studio today is because thanks to you, friend. Thanks to you, Khaya, I have been in the center of a media tsunami, okay? And all because you posted 3 pictures.
Yay.
Okay, walk us through it. Okay, firstly, let's just lead with, I'm not married.
Yeah, okay, that's
Precisely.
the thing. We have to clear a few things up.
What you have been witnessing on social media was not a wedding. That was the final celebration, the final installment of Lobola being paid to my family from my fiance's family. Baza is my fiance. He's not my husband yet. We're not married. They just finalized paying Lobola.
Do you know, Msisi filled in for you guys last week, and him and I spent the whole week trying to figure out if you were married or not. And eventually Anatsi was like, she's not married, guys. And Msisi and I like, yeah, but over here, but Khaya wrote this.
And then this article says, and then MSN says, and then IOL says, and Bona says, all
and
I know.
News 24
and then
says.
Times Live says, and CNN, and Sky News, and BBC, and The Citizen, and all of them. But all I know is that this song is the one song that has been reigning supreme for the past week. I can tell you there was a lot of singing at this ceremony.
I'm gonna just start by saying it's one of the most beautiful days I've ever been to. It was so spectacular. I was lucky, very lucky, because as we've just said, Khaya Dlanga was the correspondent, the official international correspondent for the Lobola celebrations. I was sitting right next to him.
No.
I was right
Why
next
didn't you
to him.
stop him from posting?
He was taking a lot of, because he's a social media mogul, right?
Yeah.
So he was taking videos, and I figured everyone was taking photos and videos. And I figured we'd all obviously wait. You're going to post something official, and then everyone will share their videos. I don't think the ceremony was finished, and it was already online.
You know, like, I was so excited. I was like, guys,
We saw the videos. You were having more fun than us.
No, I was having fun. I was literally having the time of my life. So like me, I'm like, guys, I'm so excited. I'm posting. And then someone tells me, so I don't know. It's not supposed to
Who told
post.
you? Because that means that person was also on social media.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who, Dr. Anele.
Oh, Dr. Robin Anele.
Yes,
Okay, yes.
Dr.
Okay.
Robin Anele.
Okay,
And then
she's married to a friend of mine, yeah.
Literally, it was like maybe 4 minutes. And she says, Khaya, we not supposed to post. I was like, what? What do you mean? And I literally deleted immediately. And I felt so bad. Oh. I felt so... like
There's actually a video where Khaya and I are talking, right? But so I'm like laughing, and because it's the first time I can talk to him since you guys arrived, because I was up there by the kraal and then, with the elders. So then Khaya comes up to me and I'm hugging him, he's talking, and in that video you can see he's like panicking because he's ratting himself out. He's just like, and then he says, yo, uneasy, then they flop up. But also I'm like emotional and I'm in the day. So I said, oh, okay, whatever, man. And then as I walk on to sit on the stage, I turn around and I look at him, I'm like, what? And then the country had it in for you.
Oh, and then they had it in for me.
Yeah.
But which was hilarious because you extra shame. You're also very generous because you walked back to me and she said, you know what, actually, I mean, you Khaya Dlanga. It's fine.
Yeah.
I call and you're my friend. You know what
Someone
I'm
was
saying?
going to post something.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I would rather it comes from my
Yeah.
very inner circle, because obviously there's no lies there. Whatever, Kaya's a trustworthy source when it comes to me. That's why I just walked back and I was like, you know what, it's okay, post. And then that's the problem, because then everyone said, why can Khaya post and we can't? And I said, because he's Khaya Dlanga.
That's how I felt. I was like, no, obviously it's fine if he posts.
Oh my God.
He's Khaya Dlanga.
Do you know what it is? Even when she said it, I was like, I'm not posting until tomorrow.
Okay, but then a lot of people, and this is now because we've got articles upon articles which are very inaccurate. The first inaccuracy was my fiance's name. Like now,
What did they say?
So people say to me, "Oh, are you going to become Mrs. James now?" I said, "No." Like, why am I? Because my fiance's nickname since we were kids was Buzzer James. When he was born, his dad said he felt like this buzz this buzzing feeling, right?
Okay.
This buzzing feeling of light.
Okay.
And as you guys know, Buzzer, he is like he's just this light, right?
Yes,
he walks
he
into a
is.
room and he just lights everything up. So the dad nicknamed him Buzzer. So that's a name that stuck. Even when I met him when I was 16, it was hi, I'm Buzzer. Okay, hi. And I was like, and your other name?
16, hey?
Yeah, that's when you guys met, eh?
Yes.
16.
That's amazing, dude.
You see, so like there's just all these articles. I'm like, oh shame, oh shame, oh he's this. I'm like, oh shame.
Okay,
like,
but there's one thing we've got to ask, all right? Because I have
ask
to...
away, and this is the thing. 011-8838-947. This is now officially we're in a press conference here.
Yeah.
Send your voice notes as well. 084-0000-947. Hit us.
Yeah, anything you want to know. If you want to ask about Anele's dresses,
Yes.
what they mean,
Yeah, yeah.
why there were two of them, because there's wardrobe change
There was
there.
actually 3. I just got tired of changing.
Oh, that is funny.
We were there. Kaya stopped posting after the first dress, so we'll never know.
But okay, so I've got a question, right? So Baza, he's a prince.
Yes.
Yes.
So does that make you a princess when you get married?
Yeah, so I might off your head during lunchtime.
Let them eat cake.
Let them eat cake. Yeah, they are the royal descendants in the Abatembu tribe.
Okay.
So his dad's a chief. So yes, I am a princess. Thank you.
Well, you're not married yet.
Oh, sorry.
Not yet.
Engaged.
Engaged.
Princess.
The cows are with us.
Okay.
You know that like sometimes I was singing with their family.
Yes.
Because they're my divas and I'm a my diva.
Yes.
So I was on both sides. I was having a lot of fun.
He was. He really, but and that's the thing in situations like that where it's like that entire ceremony is called ukwamkela kwabakhwenyana, meaning the welcoming of the groom.
Okay.
Right? So the groom's family brings him with the lobola, and then we then do like what is called umcimbi, like a traditional event to welcome them, and we slaughter, and there's food and there's music to welcome his family, and then my dad then walks him around to show him, this is who we are, this is how you protect the land, because you are now a son here as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful because both families, so when the families come in, then they're singing against each other.
Yeah,
that's
it's a
what
single.
Kaya, that's
Oh,
a single.
that's what
Kaya was talking about. He's jumping ship, ne? He's on this side, then he's on this side. I'm like, Kaya, which side are you on?
Okay, we've got the official sing-off, and I just, no disrespect to my family.
Yeah, no, look. My divas took that one.
They, guys, they had choreography. I was like sitting there looking at us. I'm like, when did they practice? Like, when did they know that they're all going to turn?
Can I tell you, I remember when I arrived. Okay, I arrived and they were outside, like a whole bunch of them. They were out there practicing. I saw them outside. Literally, exactly. There.
Dude, because every time a member of each family speaks, they're led by their own chant, like their own song, right?
Yes.
So, but I think it was one or twice when my dad spoke. I think my
that was
family did
amazing.
very well.
Oh, I love that.
Because we say umpakamisa umtu to raise them up as they get up to go speak. When my dad spoke, that was they did something spectacular there.
Oh.
But when everyone spoke from my fiance's family, wow. I need to be in the WhatsApp group because obviously I'm on that side now. I need to know these songs.
It was amazing, I got to say, because obviously everything's in Xhosa, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting next to Kaya Glanga, who's then translating as we go. What I loved about it, because every ceremony, any family ceremony has this thing where the uncles get up and someone talks, right? And sometimes it's a little embarrassing. And that was happening as Kaya and Caesar were sitting next to me. They're like, oh, here we go. No, this is, this uncle. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. All right.
Because also, you guys know I don't like speeches.
No.
I'm just like, oh, if you can do it. But on that day, I think there were very
No,
few
it's very
speeches.
good.
That was a beautiful thing. But I think for me, when people spoke, they really spoke from the heart.
Yeah.
But also, there's so much joy.
Yes.
For me, that was my favorite thing. But it
Yeah.
was such a joyous occasion. And I could see you were lost, Frankie.
I wasn't. I was catching words, but I was like, I got the feeling.
I'm saying you were lost, but you were in the moment.
Yes. And her dad made me cry again. Her dad makes me cry
that
all
was
the time.
insane, right?
Every time he
Yeah.
speeches, he just makes me cry.
Oh my God.
When he said, I made a call to heaven, I said,
Oh my, that was.
I really hope we've got that one
So
on camera.
beautiful.
There were just a lot of beautiful moments
Yeah.
on the day. And if I'm being dead honest with everyone, I've always been, when you can see and a bride is not having fun, like she's not
Yeah.
having fun and they just constantly have to work on the day. I can tell you on this day, we had so much fun.
No, it was wonderful.
Like we were just, because also Paz and I are besties. We're just like in our own world with each other, you know, gossiping about you guys. Like, smile. So Frankie, to your question, am I a queen now?
Are you going to be well, I mean, you're not married yet, right?
No.
So we can't call you that yet.
But even when I am married, I don't become a princess. I'm a royal wife.
Oh.
I think it's, what do you mean, I can still do stuff.
Sorry.
I'm still powerful. I'm married to a prince.
We've always wanted to be friends with a queen. No. Okay.
Okay,
Royal wife.
She's queen adjacent.
Okay.
Queen adjacent.
That's the next door neighbor.
Right, see, right now, I'm not a wife. I'm a wife elect.
Okay, I see.
You see what the theory is? Okay, there we go. If you just joined us, there was no way I was going to let all these articles run amok without me coming and setting the story straight, right? I have my own platform, which is Anele in the Club. And obviously, you guys, you are our listeners. And I've always played open cards with you guys and my listeners. So when you guys saw, Anele is married, I'm pretty sure you're like, and she just said she's going away.
Nothing.
She just said she's going away for the weekend. And just to speak about Khaya posting. So my thing was never that we don't want people to post all the time. I just always have a theory, even with my 40th, you know this, and just parties in general, is that once people are allowed to post the event, right? What happens is then everyone is enthralled with their phones because it's on the go. I always say afterwards, like maybe a day or two afterwards, please feel free and post what you want. So that when we are all at the ceremony, we are all here. But because if you allow people to post on the day, you miss out on having fun with your people because they're busy entertaining their social media following, right? And they're not there. They're
not in the moment.
They're not in the moment. They're picking filters and they're editing, and my eyes are far apart. Let me move them together. Oh, my waist is that. Then you just lose people because you've got like 200 content creators at your birthday. Whereas if people are allowed to take what they want and then the next day they can post, it also allows you to sit and watch people post your day. Then you see your day from different angles.
I just also want to say, but I think for most people this is true. Let the person whose day it is put it up first.
Really,
you know, now Marita
Guys,
gets
also
married.
my day. I was having fun.
Because that was the thing. I think, and I mean, people are like, oh, you're upset with Khaya. And I'm like, no, I mean, Khaya is my friend. But also, I just think sometimes it's important that let the bride or the groom post first and then everybody else follows.
Because it's their day.
No, you know what? I didn't know this protocol. I did not know
Now
this
you
protocol
do.
at all. You know, the only time I remember actually doing that was like, it was our friend Ze's wedding.
Yes.
So, but the actual wedding,
The white wedding in Cape Town.
Yes.
Did you post?
No. I didn't.
Oh,
But
that.
do you know why?
You
Do you know
read. You
why?
read that letter. Oh, you read that message.
Okay, I did read it. I mean, it was very. You know when you get a message from your friend and your friend says, "Oh, come to the wedding, get a sharp," and then you don't read, the info because it's my friend, and then that was me.
But can I just also say, because I know people went at Khaya on social media for this. Just, you know what the thing is? He, and to his defense, only posted himself because he was his own event, right? So he posted his event.
If you go on Kaya's social media and just watch his videos from the ceremony, guys, Khaya had more fun than us. More fun than us.
So I'd like to know that given the person of her caliber, is she considering giving us a televised version of her upcoming wedding?
How much you got?
Very fair question.
How much? I mean, we'll see.
Is there a Netflix special?
We'll see. We don't know.
Who should negotiate with? Because now, your family is used to negotiating.
Oh, yes.
Send the uncles to Apple. Tell them to go to Amazon.
There we go. Apple, Amazon Prime TV, Netflix, Showmax. Even, guys, SABC, what's the problem? SABC 1?
Yeah.
I think this would live well on a Sunday on SABC 1.
Okay.
Come on.
And then you don't need me to break any news.
No, but we're definitely going to have you as the presenter of the entire special.
The way I screamed when I saw the pictures, I'm telling everyone, did you guys know that Anela's getting married? My question is, does he have a child or children? Because we know you've got a lucky, and now you guys planning on having children.
Oh, heavy question at the end there.
It's the royal womb alert. Yes, we've got 3 kids.
Yes.
It's Nutu, who is turning 11 in July. 4th of July, Independence Day. That's when he's born. And then it's Alake. You guys know Alake was turning 10 on August the 10th. And then it's Latita, the cutest little girl.
She was so cute at the ceremony. She's so cute.
Latita is turning 6 on the 1st of October. Yes, 1st of October. Yeah, so we are now
but in soul years, she's like 74 because she's like that sassy. You know what I'm saying?
Very, very sassy. So there's 3. And I mean, I don't know, guys. If God allows us to have another one, we would definitely will. Our babies would be cute, though, because Baz and I look alike. Let's just start there.
He's handsome.
We look alike.
Okay.
Hi guys, I know this is a bit shady, but I want to know why Sizwe was dressed like that.
Yeah, no, this is over to Khaya Dlanga.
What was Sizwe dressed like? Why did Sizwe offend so many people with his dress code?
I couldn't understand when I saw all those comments about like how he was dressed.
Sizwe was wearing a traditional shirt.
Was.
Oh, was it?
Yes. Maybe because the coat on top.
Yeah.
Because Sizwe's a grandmother's child. He doesn't like to be cold.
Yes.
So Sizwe was wearing a coat from Word Go. And also Sizwe doesn't drink, guys. So you guys get warm via your wine. Sizwe, that's his temperature. From when he wakes up in the morning, that's going to be his temperature until he goes to bed.
I just know he had the biggest boots I've ever seen because those were massive boots. I don't know where he gets
That was
them.
very smart. I mean,
Sizwe looked great.
I promise you, because it was wet, it was muddy.
Yeah.
If you saw my shoes, like after the freaking thing, they were like, because I kept going outside.
I left mine there.
So he was smart.
Guys, 20 cars got stuck in the mud. My dad had to whip out, my dad and my uncle had to whip out the TLB for 20 cars, guys. Guys, even the truck, I have a video of the truck that came to take down the marquee, right? Not a tent, please get it right. That was a marquee. Thank you so much. Neon Peach Events, love you guys. So the truck that came to it's an 18-ton truck, those long ones that you get scared of, that got stuck in the mud.
Yeah, because it was raining, obviously.
Yeah, so luckily on the farm we've got like a TLB, so then Shem, the uncle who does the TLB, he didn't get to enjoy the part. He just sat there in the TLB like, which car is stuck now? I've also got a video of the TLB picking up an E-Class Mercedes-Benz. He just literally picked it up, guys, and put it on the grass. I was like, this is so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. Are we okay? There we go. And now we've reached the end of the press conference.
Everything's been answered.
Round of applause. There you go.
So the questions remain now. So that you were not. This was the Lobola ceremony.
Yes.
So the wedding is still coming.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we've got an engagement party coming up.
Okay.
And then we've got the wedding ceremony, and then we've got the main wedding, which is at Baza's homestead.
Yes.
In Khumango. That's going to be in December sometime. People like to call it the traditional wedding, and then the other one is the white wedding. Yes, you can call the one the white wedding, but I think the one at Baza's homestead in Khumango, that is the wedding.
The wedding.
That is the main wedding.
And tickets are available at ticketpros.co.
At FNB Stadium.
FNB Stadium.
Guys, can I please tell you, Baza comes from a family of like 40,000 people. There are 40,000 Mgudwas running around.
Oh, man.
And we are doing a reunion for them in September, that Heritage Weekend.
Yes.
Also down in Khumango. 40,000 people are going to... We have a little constituency, guys.
Oh, man. You could run for something.
I was a run for president.
No, you could run for something.
Don't tell people our plans.
Congratulations, it was amazing.
Thank you so much. And you know what? For the most part, I think the reception has been absolutely amazing. Like it was almost like I was related to everyone in the country. The way there was so much interest around it, and
wishing you well,
welcoming him, and just people be like, oh, this is so wonderful. You've got such a good heart, Anele, and this is so wonderful for you. And my life was complete. You guys must remember, I live as a person whose my life is absolutely complete. But now with Baza, it's just even more complete.
That's amazing.
And I've always said I was a great single person, but also I dated and things like that. But I think now everything is just perfect. Like I can tell you that I live.
You are. I know. I mean, I spend a lot of time with Anele.
Yeah.
She's happy.
Yeah.
Oh, she's very, very
Yeah,
happy. I mean, if you thought Anele was a happy person,
No.
you're like, okay, I didn't know you could be happier, but thanks, Anele.
I am absolutely happy.
And you know what else I think you've done with this thing? I think you've actually given an opportunity for an education in terms of our tradition.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people don't really know. That's why they're confusing so this is not the wedding. So this is what this is, an acceptance of the groom, to the family.
So many people have learned it.
So many people have learned. I mean,
I learned.
I mean, that feels like before that, a letter is sent, to the family.
Yes, that's how it actually started.
Yeah.
The literal letter.
A literal letter.
It's a letter from Baza's family to my
Yes.
family. It's not a letter from Baza to me. It's family to family. And that's why, for most, I can't be talking. I can't talk about this because these are two families getting married. Mind you, yes, it's me and Baza, but it's our families getting married. So if you have any questions, you have to direct them to our families. We can't be answering on our family's behalf. We're too junior in the line for that.
Yeah, that's why we have Khaya Glanga here.
Thank you.
Official spokesperson.
Funny enough, the official spokesperson is Caesar.
Self-appointed.
Not who's self-appointed?
And me.
You, yes. Caesar got appointed by the families. There was a meeting and everything. Okay, before we let you go,
Yeah.
Khaya, are you going to work today? Do you start your new job?
No. I actually start my new job on the 4th
Of May.
of May, on the 4th of May.
Where are you now? Where can we find you?
Okay, it's an agency called DVB.
DVB.
And yeah, it's a strategic consulting agency, marketing and and innovation. So I'm looking forward to that. And my role there, I'm going to be managing partner, so which is quite nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you see how Khaya starts squirming when it's time to talk about himself?
Yeah, I see
He
that.
really doesn't like. For the past hour, he's been talking about me and Baza, and now when it's time to talk about him, it's like,
struggling.
But I mean, this
Yeah.
new age DVB, they can see what you can do marketing-wise from
Yeah.
this wedding,
Yeah.
from this traditional ceremony. The entire country knows about it because of you, so they hired the right person.
Can I also just say on behalf of South Africa, I
Yeah.
know that, you were the brainchild behind the names on the Coke cans. And they're
Yes.
back now, so thank you. I don't know if you had a hand in that.
No,
but
well,
I dig
yeah.
them.
No. Thank you. I mean, one of many people, but yes.
That means it was him.
Yes, it was him.
When you get your Coca-Cola can with your name on it, please know it's because of Khaya Dlanga. Thank you for joining us, Khaya. And thank you for tuning in and listening to this, guys. Now go and set the story straight.
So you would have seen this across social media. There were lots of reports around this. Anele had a traditional ceremony. That,
Ukwamkelwa kwabakhwenyana, the welcoming of the grooms and the final payment of Lobola.
and that's what we're doing this morning, just to clarify a few things. Because can we just do a shout out to the one? I'm looking at all of the.
Yes.
I suppose the Borna was probably.
Bona Magazine are the only one that got it accurate.
That
Everybody
got it right.
else, you had spelling errors. You spelled my man's name wrong. Okay.
Khaya's name wrong.
Kaya's name is
Not
wrong.
my name. My entire, my surname is wrong.
The whole thing.
Kaya Dladla.
I mean, who is that?
I know that there was a big article they wrote about Baza and that the two of you sat in bed reading to discover more about him.
Yes.
Because they
It said,
were saying
he likes to hike. I said, baby, do you like to hike? It's like, stop it. Am I going to be that woman who has to wake up at 5 on a Sunday morning to go hike? Because it's so nice to find out about your partner from other people.
yes.
Okay.
And most of those things were inaccurate. But
Very
the
inaccurate.
guys
but
who got it right, Borna. So shout out to Borna because they're probably the only guys that got it right.
Another thing is that my dad had tags because we said the invite was a video invite, right? And then this video invite was sent to people, and then somebody posted it on a WhatsApp group in the Eastern Cape. Then a few people started tweeting me, "Oh, we'll see you at Guy Mouth on the 20th." And I was just like, wait, hang on, what's going on? Then we traced to find out who had done it. It was a friend of ours who then didn't attend on Sunday. So I think he was a little bit embarrassed because he literally leaked the invite, and then people wouldn't even know. So my dad kind of scricked a bit, and then he had tags. There were tags, the one for officials, there was one for crew, there was one for family, there was one for guests, and then there was one for Baza's family,
That's right.
So now,
But they're like lanyards.
they're
Like,
lanyards, yeah.
lanyard
It's
tag,
the G20, my
yeah.
friends.
Yeah,
It's the G20. So my dad gives Baza's family, I think, I don't know, 50 or 80 tags. I don't know how many they got. But then during what's happening, because his family came, they were in 140 cars, guys.
That's crazy.
It was a convoy
As a
of
cavalcade.
140 cars bringing their son to us, you know. And then Baza calls me and he's like, "Babe, we need more tags." I said, what you have is what you have. My dad is strict about this. And I was like, "Love, there are literally 100 cars behind me and 40 in front. We need more tags." So I said, okay. So I went into my dad's room and I stole tags.
From the family one.
Yes, I stole about 40 tags. And then I gave it to my PA Poppy and I said, quickly drive to Baza's family because they were about 10 Ks away.
Yeah.
I'm like, here, give them this. And if anybody asks,
We don't know. We don't know.
we don't know. No, they didn't get it from us.
Just want to know if y'all met at 16, what happened for you to ignite the love and all that stuff? I'd be interested to know. And congratulations, Anele. Don't forget to invite us to your wedding.
Already.
Is F&B Stadium available? The amount of people who have asked to be invited. We met at 16, he was 17, we dated, and then we broke up around 21, 22, but we've always remained friends. Like, literally, this is, like, when I say Baza's like one of my best friends, that's exactly it. Like, through our triumphs and our tribulations with other people that him and I were both with, we were all, I mean, Khaya, Baza's always been in our lives.
I've always known Baza. I've known him since I moved to Joburg.
Right.
Right? And when did you move to Joburg?
Yeah, you know, remember like 2006?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's just always
been around.
So when him and I started dating again, I didn't have to like introduce him to people. It was like, well, they're like, oh, okay, there we go. Hey, this Baza.
As traditional as your ceremony was, can you please just explain why uthi Baza wako is your fiance? Because Lobola, doesn't that fall under customary marriage?
Okay, so the customary marriage would be complete when I am taken to his family for the wedding, right? And there's certain things that you have to do before you are their bride, like ukiso utsiki. In some families, utsiki is the shoulder of a
goat.
of a goat, right?
Okay.
So the leg, right?
Right.
And they prepare it, and then I have to eat it. Some families you have to drink amasi that has been fermented by that family. So sour milk,
Yes. Yeah.
So that came from one of the cows from that family. So there's two different ways in which you can eat utsiki. I don't know with Baza's family. I'll find out if it's one or both. But up until that happens, I am not married to them.
And that's only
so
happening
this is
later
all
in the year.
intent.
Okay.
This here is the intent for the two of us to be married. It's not saying we're married. And the reason Lobola happens is for families to get to know each other. So I remember Khaya saying this on social media, and social media tried to eat him up, where he says Lobola is never finished, right? You don't ever finish paying Lobola, but at the same time, this was the culmination of Lobola. So the reason there's a bit of a contradiction there is that yes, you never finish paying Lobola because it means that Baza always has to go back to my family because he owes them. So
He's indebted to them.
Which means that he has to step on their ground every now and then, because somebody you owe money, you have to see on the regular because you owe me something. But at the same time, this was the conclusion of the negotiations that had been happening. So this wasn't a once-off. Baza's family had been coming to our family to negotiate and all of that, and now that was the conclusion, and that's why it's the ceremony where we conclude that he has indeed now sealed his intent to marry me.
And those were the majority of the speeches, was the uncles on both sides, telling us how the negotiations went. Like that was what they were doing.
There were like 8 lawyers in both teams.
And all of them said, they started with, we had our mandate. I was like, whoa.
Anele and the club
on 947.